Thank you. Okay, so thanks very much for being here. I'm Olivier. So yeah, as you said, a software engineer. I've been building applications and systems for almost 20 years now, and I'm I would say Java and JavaScript specialist. Well, I've been working with Java since the beginning. And I work for very small to big companies, like lots of different expertise. And for the last 6 years, I joined Adrian's company, the Squid Solutions, in Paris. Squid Solution is a company doing analytics consulting. And another part of the business is to build an analytics software solution. So this is the reason why I'm here. I'm here to present this software that we call Bouquet. We just released it as an open source software. So just at the beginning of this year. So this is why I would like to show you, because now you can access this software and use it for your own purpose. No, I'm not going to do the demo right now, but just a word on what we do with OpenBouquet. So OpenBouquet is what we call a toolbox. It's a server that can do analytics. And it's also an SDK that you can use to build apps. So I'm going to show you mostly the SDK part today. Just as an example, I'm just showing the website. Is it okay? This is the kind of applications that we built for our customers, and I'm just going to focus on one I really like. So this just to show you, we can do lots of different kinds of applications, quite small, but okay. So let's go to this application I would like to show you. So this one we have built is we called it the user flow chart. It's something we did for one of our customers. So yeah, I didn't say that the customers we have are mostly American companies, US companies. So this is why we have offices in San Francisco as well. So yeah, one of our customers wanted to have people in their company to access their data and to understand what are the key components of their business, the key features, and what makes the business successful or not. So they wanted to have an application that, is visual, like not just figures, but have something that is interactive and you can play with. So talking to them, we decided that, the problem is to analyze the flow of the users on their website and see how it performs. Of course, analyzing where do the user come from and what are the steps that perform well. So it's a user flow diagram. So we obviously used the D3 Sun key diagram. I don't know. Maybe a quick question to know how many of you do know D3 or do? Okay, so most of, and do you use it or just do you know it? Who uses D3? Okay, good. So you know what I'm talking about. So D3 is we used it because it was very tweakable, in fact. So we can integrate it easily into our application. And so compared to the original D3 send key diagram, we have added lots of features as you can like zoom out and zoom in to really like focus on some specific path on the on your data. You can. So it's just I'm showing the features. Like you have like this this little information, context information that shows more in details what's happening. A little, like a little pie chart inside, and lots of like nice features. There's also, we implemented like a drill down. So I double click here, and you see the chart has changed because I added a new filter on my data here. So I'm filtering on the starting page, for instance. The goal is not to really talk about this application in particular, but how we made it. What's important to understand is that this application is made of widgets that we provide with our JavaScript SDK. So for instance, the date picker on top here is just a simple widget that you can reuse into another application. The filters as well is another widget. So I can, for instance, filter on a device, let's say Linux. Okay, I think that is. So we have widgets that intercommunicate, so the application is, interactive and reactive. So yeah, I think this is roughly what you have to know about this application. And now I would like to describe a little bit more on how we can do this using a bouquet. So I just have a slide here to show you the bouquet ecosystem. Okay. So on the left, you have the application I just shown you. So it's a JavaScript application that uses a JavaScript SDK. So all this is open source. On top, I will show you later, it's an application we built to be able to tweak your data and to prepare your analysis. And this application, this SDK, communicates to the bouquet server through an API. The bouquet server is really the core of our work to provide something that really does in-memory, in database analytics. So this is the core of what we did. In database analytics, maybe I think you know what it is. Is it okay for everyone, or does someone doesn't know in database analytics? No, everyone is okay with that. So in database analytics is instead of like taking all the data from your database and performing computations outside, we use the power of the database to perform the computations. And now with massively parallel databases like Redshift, you can achieve very good performance. So this is what Bouquet does, because if you, like for instance, if you want to achieve this, you have to hand code your SQL queries, you have to handle lots of boilerplate to code to achieve this. Also, OpenBouquet, I'm going to show you briefly, has caching capabilities to avoid hitting the database when the query has already been made, and more nifty features as well. And also has a very important feature, which is the capability of indexing a specific dimension. Dimension, I think you know what I'm talking about. It's a column in a table. So when you have a column with lots of values, Bouquet can automatically index those values to have like a full text search on those values. I will be able to show you this later. Yeah, so my presentation is about how to do that. So I'm not going to redo the SquidFlow app I just shown you. I'm going to do a very simple app, but I hope it's going to help you understand what Bouquet is doing and why you should care about Bouquet. So for this presentation, I just took the Stack Overflow open dataset. It's about Stack Overflow business, so it's posts by users. So just here what's the size of the dataset. And this dataset has been loaded into a Redshift cluster, a quite small cluster. Okay, and so let me show you. Yeah, here it is. Oh. So yeah, now I have this data loaded into Redshift. I need to access the data and perform an analysis. The kind of analysis I would like just to do is very simple analysis, like to analyze the posts being made by users and analyze by age and location of those users. So it's just dealing with two tables, but two big tables of Stack Overflow. So here I'm showing you the Bouquet Explorer user interface that was on top of my diagram. I don't know if you remember, but it's an application that provided open source with Bouquet. And this application is, I'm going to show you. It's just like I'm going to create a new project. So project is a connection to a database. So I just name it, put my Redshift JDBC URL, user, check the connection. And so Bouquet reverse engineers the database schema. So there's a public schema, and then I'm going to just give it a short name that can be useful for APIs. We'll see later. Okay, so I have my project. And now I'm going to just view the domains. So the domains we call domains are, in fact, the tables of my database. So here, Bouquet, the server I'm connecting to, the server on AWS, has just discovered the tables of my database. So here, I would like to see I'm talking about the age of the users and the location, so obviously I'm going to deal with that. So I'm going to configure. So here, you see the dimensions. So the dimensions, as I said before, are, the columns, basically. I'm going to take, I'm interested in the age and location for these users. Location could be interesting in being indexed. So I'm going to just click here and when I save that, Bouquet is going to trigger the automatic indexing of this location column in my database. So it's going to get all the values and put it into Elasticsearch, in fact, and index those values. So I will be able to filter on like countries, for instance, like France. Okay. And so as the dimensions, okay, I have this, but now I'm not really. What I would like to count is the number of posts. So I'm going to go into the posts table. And here you see that Bouquet has, so there's a little thing here I need to fix. Yeah, Bouquet has discovered that there's a relation between posts and users. So he's proposing me the users relation in 2 dimensions of posts. And what could be interesting also is to be able to filter on the post's creation date. So this is an option also for dimensions to be tagged as a period. So it will be available in the date picker of the application. So I'm just going to show you right here. See. So I'm going to count the number of posts. So count here is a metric that has been automatically proposed by Bouquet by looking at the database, well, what the data are in my database. But of course, I can create custom metrics.
You assume that something's a metric because it has a numeric type?
Yeah. And this is something, okay, I'll do that later. Okay, so I count my post by user age, and if I click on preview, here I go. Okay. So now I was talking about filters. So I can filter on the location. So the location in Stack Overflow is quite flexible, so you can put any kind of location. So there are lots of values in location. But just as an example, I'm going to take like two of them. Okay. Okay, so now I have my analysis, and maybe I could get rid of this, these values where the people didn't set their age. So I can create a custom dimension here. So maybe it's better to name it age set. And so I'm going to use the Bouquet has an expression mechanism where you can define the metrics and the dimensions if they were not discovered automatically, because of course we don't know everything. So I'm going to just filter, well, users age. Okay. Okay. So what I did is just, in fact, created a new segment of my data. So it's a new filter. Okay. So now I have my users, the users that have set an age. Okay. The thing is just to illustrate what we can do with Bouquet. Maybe the analysis is not exactly what not the most interesting one we can do, but it's... and so then maybe, I'm happy with this analysis. So I would like to build a visualization around this database, and maybe build a new app, because here I'm in a a given app, and I would like to be able to customize it. So what we can do in Bouquet is to create what we call a bookmark. A bookmark is a configuration that we save to the server. So I give it a name, I give it like an ID, and yeah, here I. So this bookmark will be able to share to other users, so they can see my current analysis, and I can easily use it to build another app with this pre-configured analysis. So this is what I'm going to do, and maybe show you another tool that we have developed that will access this bookmark, but be able to tweak the chart that will represent that. So it's called. This is the one. So it's another application that I have installed on my machine. So it's when I'm talking about applications, I mean it's a JavaScript client to Bouquet. Here I have as you see, I have the API URL, which is my server I've just installed on AWS, my Bouquet server. This is the same for my Bouquet Explorer. I'm just pointing those two clients to the same server, okay? Because yeah, I'm just to make sure you really get the picture. So BBD3 is this app is made at. Let me reload it. At tweaking your project. So I've clicked on project, so I will find my project. My project I just created in Bouquet Explorer because I'm pointing at the same server, and I can use my bookmark here. Okay, and then by default, this application does like a bar chart. So of course, my data was really suited for a bar chart diagram, but I can change it. So what this application does is just like a JavaScript fiddle app. So we called it D3 fiddle because it's D3 and we can fiddle with the app. So here I have this basic code about bar chart. Just to illustrate, we hard-coded like something like we just take the 21st rows of data, but I can change that. So yeah, just remove that. Now I have all my data. And we have like other examples like a pie chart, things like this. So, but really the idea of this one is to tweak the data. So what happened behind is that I have created my analysis and saved it as a bookmark to my Bouquet server. And now this application is using the Bouquet SDK to get this bookmark, to run the analysis that is defined by this bookmark, and get me the results. And this JavaScript code is just doing this by it. Well, the application is providing this analysis object. By the way, it's a backbone model object, and I can get the results, the rows, the columns, the structure of this object. I can show you. There's a Json View as well. Well, we have put this simple code that just does a JSON stringify, so you can view what's really returned by the API. So we have the description of the columns, and we have the values here for the rows. Okay.
Where did you specify the name of the bookmark?
Here, it's
There it is.
yeah. So this is just the widget. So this is an application that reuses, because you see this is the same widget as this one, basically. So I just put the widget so I can easily choose my project and choose my bookmark. So this is one step. But now I don't have yet a complete application that I can customize. I can just customize the data viz here. So next step of my presentation is to go a little further and code an application that will use that. So this is another way we can use the SDK. So to use this, we also provide another very simple app. It's like a skeleton app that does the basics of setting, well, the API, providing like the really basics of an application, and which will let you customize completely the application using the SDK.
Does this also provide a local proxy to connect to Bouquet when running a local host? Is that how you're making this work?
This one is gonna, as it is using Grunt, I can use the Grunt server feature, so it's gonna run a local server, and my JavaScript code is gonna be able to run within this server. I'm just gonna show you that, but this is, the goal of this application is also to provide a minimum framework, I would say, like to use Grunt, Bower, but you're not obliged, well, you don't have to use it, but this is the way we do. Of course, the JSDK is JavaScript, and then you have the API. If you don't want to use JavaScript at all, you can still use the API. But it's more work, of course. Okay, so the process here is, well, to clone this app. So this is what I just did here. So here I just cloned my Bouquet app simple, and as I run it. So grunt run. Okay, so it compiles, and then it launches the Grunt server, so I can tweak my app. So let me show you.
The Grunt server is a Bouquet server or a proxy?
No, it's not a proxy. It's just a local server, like if you had an Apache. You don't need a proxy.
Just wondering how you connect to the API if it's
It's a REST. It's a REST API, so it's HTTP. It's just HTTP, yeah. So here I open my application code. So this is my simple app. Just briefly, what we do is we set up the API from the JSDK, the SDK. We have those controllers that will automatically compute the analysis, and we have a login feature, login widget, and a status widget. And then the application doesn't do much because it's a skeleton application, but it will take the results as before you've seen. It will take the results of this of my analysis and display it. So referring to your question before, here I will specify my project and my bookmark ID. So if I did it right, my project was S1 and bookmark B1, and I save it, and so Grunt has rebuilt my application, and I should be able to view it. Yeah, but it's okay. Sorry, it's not what it. I have a problem here. This is not what I wanted to show you exactly, because this one is okay, not the right version. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, okay. Oh, strange, yeah. Okay, so sorry, it's a way to. No, it's not my app. Okay. So in fact, yeah. So yeah, sorry, I don't know what's happening there. It's showing the what I wanted to show you at the end. So I'm just going to show you what should. Well, in fact, instead of this this bar chart, I should have had just a JSON code as I do it here. Okay, and what I wanted to show you is like to take this this code here and replace this to have my visualization, in fact, instead of just a JSON output. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you how, but you've already seen the result. Sorry. Okay. So what I'm just doing here is just putting the code I had in BBD3 in my JS Fiddle app, just into this application to change the data viz, in fact. Okay, and well, so I'm just defining basically where my data viz should fit into my HTML, and here I just have to put something else, to create a new div. Oh, no, it's not okay. No, it's okay. Well, okay. So, yeah, you've already seen the result. Okay. Wow. So now we have this, in fact, we have the data visualization that I had here in BBD3, but I have it here, 5 minutes, in a new application. The rest of my talk was just to show you better how to add like this date picker to the application. So I'm just, because it is here, so there's no surprise, but this is how we do it. We just add a new widget, so data selection widget. Okay, so this is, if you know Backbone, this is a Backbone view, and EL I'm going to put this into a div date, okay? So by just putting this code, I added to my chart this date picker widget. So this is, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, it shouldn't, well, you should have had, I hope you understand what this is about, but really the thing is that we provide the SDK to build rapidly an application and the JavaScript client, so it's a JavaScript SDK. But then we have an API, a REST API, so it's quite generic. And we have these server features. Okay, so the rest is like, it's open source. It's really new. It's just been released a few months ago. So we're looking for feedback for people trying it, having issues, of course, and loving it, and to make this product, of course, a better product. And that's it. Bye.
So when we install this, do we need to install on one single node, edge node of a cluster, or?
So the Bouquet server is it can be installed on one machine, but also can support multiple machines. So it's been made to be scalable.
So if the data is already spread out, say in Hadoop or your Cassandra, can it be used against already existing clusters?
So there are two things. There's the server and there's the database. We connect to a database using two SQL databases, in fact. So we can only deal with SQL databases because we do in-database analytics.
Specifically JDBC data sources,
And yeah, JDBC. But yeah, it's hard to find a non-JDBC database, but SQL database, I mean. So like, for instance, MongoDB we cannot access.
So looking at your website, looks like you have like a Spark plugin. Is that?
Yeah, we do have a Spark plugin, but through Hive. Yeah, we need to be able to do SQL.
So let's consider that if we have, say, 10 node cluster, right? 10 node Hadoop cluster with Spark installed, so you have Spark available. So do you just need to install your OpenBouquet on one edge node to connect to your entire cluster, or what is the architecture?
No, it's a separate thing. Well, we see your cluster as just a JDBC endpoint, and that's it. So, and we have our own cluster. But yeah, OpenBouquet is you can install it on your machine or on it can scale and on multi machines as well. But yeah, it's independent really from your database where the data is.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
So you do the analytics through JDBC. Are you moving data?
No, we're not moving data. You mean moving data from, yeah.
Through your Bouquet server, right? So otherwise,
Well, oh yeah. Well, of course, the data goes through Bouquet server. And we do the query. We try to optimize the query compared to what you have asked in terms of metrics, dimensions, and so on. And we cache this query. We try to be smart when we cache this query, and then we serve the results through the API.
but that can only do most of the simple queries, or maybe some medium complex queries. If you do more advanced analytics and a lot of data, maybe
Well, no. The point is to rely on the database to perform this computation. So
that means that you have to have procedures or whatever analytics tools there to crunch the numbers and then give you.
well, it depends on the capabilities of your database engine. In fact, yeah, of the functionalities that it provides.
So this doesn't do much of analytics. You just help visualize the results, right?
Well, it depends on what you call analytics, but
For example, machine learning.
some. Sorry.
Machine learning.
Machine. Yeah. Okay. No, it's something else. Yeah. No, we do like what the database can do. In fact. Okay. So thank you very much.